Hey there YouTube, Wrestling Optimus here, and today we have a very special news video because my favorite WWE brand, NXT UK, has officially closed down. So instead of heading to the drawers, we're gonna head up to my ring. WWE Worlds Collide will take place on the same day as AEW All Out and will mark the official end of NXT UK. Tyler Bate will take on Braun Breaker in a men's NXT title unification match. Tyler, of course, was the first and last NXT UK champion, and he is also the only Triple Crown winner in NXT UK history, having won the main title, the Heritage Cup, and the tag team titles. Also at Worlds Collide, NXT UK Women's Champion Meiko Satomura will take on NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose and #1 contender Blair Davenport in a women's triple threat unification match. Current NXT UK Tag Team Champions Brooks and Jensen will take on Diamond Mine next week on NXT, but this is not billed as a unification match just yet. And unfortunately, there's no word on what will happen with Noam Dar and the Heritage Cup. After a few-month hiatus, NXT UK will be rebranded as NXT Europe. Some superstars such as Pete Dunne and Walter, who are now Butch and Gunther, as well as women such as Piper Niven, the now Doudrop, and Rhea Ripley, are already on the main roster. Meanwhile, some other superstars such as Pretty Deadly, Nathan Frazer, Gallus, the Grizzled Young Veterans, Kaylee Ray, and A-Kid, now going by Axiom, have all graduated to NXT 2.0. Rumor has it this will then take on a combined roster of NXT UK superstars, NXT 2.0 superstars, and even a few returning NXT Black and Gold superstars. The rest of the NXT UK roster has unfortunately been let go during the transition, however that means they can now take on independent work in the meantime. And with all that news out of the way, let's head into the drawers for a more traditional news video. We'll start in WWE. The big show coming up is Clash at the Castle in Cardiff, Wales, where undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns will take on Drew McIntyre. The aforementioned Gunther will also take on Sheamus for the Intercontinental title. Then, heading up to the women's drawer, Shayna Baszler will challenge Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and Bayley's new faction, with Io Sky and Dakota Kai, will take on Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, along with Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Oh, by the way, Becky, you're injured. Let's put you up in the local medical facility drawer. Alright, let's close that and head up to the AEW drawer. Of course, their big show coming up is All Out, where it was expected that Jon Moxley would take on CM Punk to unify the AEW World Championships, but instead, that just happened on Dynamite, where Jon Moxley defeated CM Punk to become your new undisputed AEW champion. This happened because CM Punk aggravated his surgically repaired foot doing an enziguri. There's no word just yet on who will challenge Moxley at All Out for that title. Also at that show, however, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, also known as Swerve in Our Glory, will take on the Acclaimed for the AEW Tag Team Championships. That should be a really good match, and the only other match announced so far is a women's match, where unfortunately Thunder Rosa had to relinquish her AEW Women's Championship, which means now we're getting a four-way at All Out to determine the interim Women's Champion. This will be between Toni Storm, who was originally supposed to take on Thunder Rosa at the pay-per-view, Hikaru Shida, a former champion, Dr. Britt Baker DMD, a former champion, and longtime #1 contender and friend of Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter. Alright, that is all the news for today. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Smash the like button, share with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on Twitter at WrestlingOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram at WrestlingOptimus. If you haven't seen my latest video, it should be on screen now. But until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.